be educated, but I'm so frustrated.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Mindset channel, where we talk about music and things related to music, all forms of music. And tonight we're going to be no different. We're going to be talking about music coming from college marching band. We're talking about the two top marching bands in the country. And these two bands play in one of the biggest college football games of the year. That's called the Florida Classic. These bands are FAMU and Bethune-Cookman University in Florida. These are no ordinary band, and this is no ordinary game, let me tell you, and we're going to find out in this video. And after watching this video, if you have any doubt about the greatness of Bethune-Cookman and FAMU, I would tell you to ask schools like Florida State University, University of Florida, University of South Florida, University of South Florida, FAU, FIU, just to start. They would tell you, because every other year when they play, the bands get embarrassed by Bethune and FAMU at halftime. But you may not be familiar with these bands, even though they're on TV all the time and in commercials and things like that. But hang on, I'm explaining to you who they are and what they do, and then I'm going to show you performances from each band at the Florida Classic in Orlando. You don't want to miss this, but you got to hang around and learn something. Music is universal, and in this video you're going to learn that it's universally funky. So let's go. Hey, what if I told you there's a universe of musical talent that redefines what it means to entertain? A place where the beat of a drum line and the rhythm of a dance routine are as iconic as the biggest rock or pop stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Florida A&M University Marching Band.
Well, welcome to the electrifying world of HBCU marching bands. Today, we're diving into one of the most spectacular showcases of this art form, the Florida Blue Classic, where two of the best bands in the nation, Florida A&M's Marching 100 and Bethune-Cookman's Marching Pride, they go head-to-head in a battle of pride and showmanship. First, HBCU marching bands are often more than entertainment. They're cultural institutions. Born out of historically black colleges and universities, these bands mix precision, musicality, and showmanship into performances that blend classical techniques with modern flair. They're a vibrant celebration of black culture, drawing on jazz, R&B, gospel, and funk, creating something uniquely theirs. But note that these historical schools have been open to everyone in the world from the beginning. As you can see, and student body enrollment in these schools has now become melting pots around the nation. But HBCU bands have captivated audiences for generations, whether it's their iconic entrances, mind-blowing formations, or high-energy dance routine. These bands are the feature at the games. And the Florida Blue Classic is the Super Bowl of them all. Held annually the week before Thanksgiving in Orlando, the Florida Blue Classic is more than just a football game. It's a celebration of Florida's HBCU pride, bringing together Florida A&M University and Bethune-Cookman University, along with thousands of fans from across the country. The game has been a staple since 1978, becoming known as the largest HBCU football game in the nation, with ticket sales close to 80,000 at one point. But the real highlight during the game? The halftime show, man. On one side of the stadium, you have FAMU's Marching 100, known for their unmatched precision and legendary snake-like maneuvers on the field. On the other side, Bethune-Cookman's Marching Pride, whose bold entrances and high-energy chants of "Let's Go Wildcat" setting the tone for an unforgettable show. Now, the FAMU Marching 100, led by Dr. Shelby R. Chipman, is more than just a band. It's an institution by itself, with a legacy that includes performances at presidential inaugurations, the Summer Olympics. This band has set the standard for what a collegiate marching band can achieve. They've appeared in countless commercials. Chances are you've seen or heard their influence without even realizing it. On the other hand, the BC Marching Wildcats, directed by Donovan V. Wells, are equally renowned. By the way, that's my boy. We were actually in a band together back in the day, me on snare, him on trumpet. But known as the Pride, this 325-member ensemble has graced the stages of prominent events worldwide. If you saw the movie Drumline, you saw them on the field showing out in this flick. And know that Netflix even featured the Marching Wildcats in a 12-episode docuseries called Marching Orders, which premiered in 2018. That provided an inside look at the band's auditions, rigorous practices, and the culture of HBC marching bands. The BCU band has also been in Cadillac commercials and even appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show back in the day. Man, these bands don't just perform, they tear up the field. They compete for bragging rights in what feels like a battle of the titans. This is not hype, this is what happened. Now about that famous halftime show. Man, it is a carefully orchestrated spectacle, broken into distinct parts. Both bands starts with a show-stopping entrance, hyped up by the drum majors. Then there's the drill, or field march, set to a popular groove that showcases the band's precision. BCU then goes to the dancing girls called the 14-karat gold dancers, while FAMU leaves that out because they don't have any. Next comes the sometimes emotional heart of the performance, the love ballad, the concert piece, demonstrating their musicality. And finally, that dance routine, a funky, high-energy show closer that leaves the crowd on its feet and screaming. This is when the real funk comes out of both bands. But while they're doing that, let's not forget about the announcers.
Any questions? Class dismissed.
The commentary from the announcers like the famous Joe Bullitt from FAMU and from Kenneth Moore from BCU, they can sometimes get bold, raunchy, or even disrespectful.
We remember when your band didn't cover the whole field, and you couldn't spell the complex word jackpot. Now what is jackpot?
Man, let me stop talking and let you take a look at each of these bands in action and see what makes these bands and this event so special.
Are you ready for the McDonald's halftime? I'm so sorry that Bethune-Cookman's band had to leave. What happened? What the hell? This is how it should sound. But excuse me, Bethune-Cookman, if you dream about being better than the Marching 100, you better wake up and apologize. In all the world, there's only one Marching 100, but you know that. On behalf of our president, Dr. Larry Robinson, our director, Dr. Shelby Chickman,
These moments are always pure magic. Now, all of that was wild, man. Imagine being in the crowd. The football game is a fight to the end, and so is the freaking halftime show. This is why I say, if you've never been to an HBCU halftime show, you're missing out on one of the greatest musical spectacles on earth, especially the Florida Classic game. Yep, the Florida Blue Classic is a spectacle that goes beyond the football field, bringing together not just two legendary HBCUs, but also two of the greatest marching bands in the world. These bands are often considered the pinnacle of excellence in marching arts, recognized globally for their precision, musicality, and showmanship. Both bands are no stranger to the spotlight. They are the spirit, culture, and pride of their respective universities. These legendary bands continue to prove why they're the best of the best. Yeah, if you missed it, I went to Bethune-Cookman University, and that's where I got the bulk of my music skills and knowledge. I was a snare drum player, an originator of the famous sudden impact percussion section back in the day. You see the drum section right here in this Cadillac commercial. The section is just that good. I hope y'all enjoyed that, man, and I hope you learned something and learned what you've been missing out on. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of HBCU marching bands and the Florida Blue Classic. I encourage you to add going to one of these games to your bucket list, or at least do a search for these bands on YouTube. And if you're as blown away by their talent as I always am, let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep loving all forms of music. I'm gonna see you guys later on.